Hey, what's up everybody? This is Royce from Pedal Metal. Welcome to my channel. Today we have a 1991 Koenig Tuning Specials Ferrari F48. This is from GT Spirit. It is all resin cast, static model, meaning there's no opening parts to it or anything like that. It is in 1/18 scale, so it's fairly large. If you're unfamiliar with 1/18 scale, it's about maybe 11 inches long and 5 inches wide, and this is in your Ferrari red with gold centered OZ wheels that are staggered, and has a white interior with red carpets, and we'll take a closer look at it. It is pretty awesome. These cars, it's kind of hard to find much information on them. From what I could gather, they were mainly, all of them were 3.4 liter twin turbo, just about 600 horsepower and 520 horsepower at the wheels. But like I said, it's kind of hard finding information out about them. I have seen supposedly some were 4.4 liter V8s. I'm not sure how accurate that really is. I believe majority of them that were produced over 3.4 liter standard Ferrari bore motors, and then they would go ahead and do the twin turbo charging there in Germany by Koenig Specials. Paint job on this GT Spirit is phenomenal. I mean, this one is, I would say, right up there with Auto Art in terms of there's zero orange peel at all in the paint. Very, very impressive. It has a lot of photo etched metal parts as well. I think they did a really good job on the windows and the black tinted plexiglass rear section. Looks really good. You can see one large intercooler in there. Twin ITG air filters. This is all this. I mean, it's all one solid cast, but the way it's painted, it appears to have, separate, many layers to the motor, but it's not when you really get looking at it closely. But it's not bad. I think the exhaust, it's fairly realistic in person. Almost looks like metal tubes. I think for a resin cast model, I think they did a really great job on this one. This one is supposed to be number 33 out of 999. Of course, I have it upside down, but you get the idea. It's fairly heavy. It does have the synthetic rubber tires. It does have brake detail. The calipers, it's hard to see there. It does say Ferrari on the calipers. The wheels were produced by OZ out of Italy. That's what they Koenig used on a lot of them. And there you can kind of see the difference in the width from the standard 348. The fenders are wider in the front. I'd assume the backs are a lot wider as well. The whole bodywork was changed on these cars. And you have the F40 style rear wing. Since I am unable to open the interior up, I'll try to do my best to show you the interior. This one is just gorgeous. The interior, the white leather. This one's really impressive. We have white leather seats, white and red side paneling inside on the door panels. This is a left-hand drive. We have photo etched metal gated shifter parts in there. I think for the money, I think I paid $130 for this shipped. I think it's really impressive for what I paid for this. Like I said, the paint job is absolutely, look at the paint job, is flawless on this. This thing is incredible. This does have a tinted plastic louvered, unlike the Testarossa Koenig competition I have is a clear plexiglass rear engine cover. This one's tinted, and same with the lights here in the front are tinted gray, like a smoke gray. Really cool. I love this here. I love the treatment in the front. I think that actually looks better than the stock 348 Ferrari. I almost said F48, but and this one here does have a Ferrari logo on, which is a nice realistic metal badge decal. The competition that I have has the KS logo on it because Ferrari had threatened to sue Koenig Specials in the 80s, so they had to use the KS logo on a lot of the badges that you see. But this one unusually does have a Ferrari badge in the front. But I think the interior looks great with that white center console. The shifter looks very realistic in there. You have the obligatory black plastic shift knob. The wipers look good. You gotta be very careful around these windows. They're very, very thin plastic, so you have to be very careful handling these. The mirrors look good. We got a lot of mirror detail. They look very, very realistic. This one out of the box, I did have to re-glue. The grill was kind of popped out on the one side, but not a huge deal. Just took a toothpick and a little bit of super glue and kind of hit the corners and then pushed it back in, and it's fine. But that's to be expected. A lot of these resin cast cars, when they're being shipped over from China, you're gonna find some issues with them. But I think overall, this is really complements my Koenig Specials collection, which I'm getting a lot of. It's really growing, and I will probably do a video on my whole collection of Koenig collectibles at some point in time if anyone's interested in seeing that. I think the details in here at the grill right here looks great. I mean, this thing is just phenomenal. I think for what I paid for it. Got some styrofoam clinging to the sides, but I just love this thing. I wasn't quite sure. The yellow I think looks hideous in these. The red in the F48 is the best color. Kind of surprised it doesn't have the windshield banner, which I'm actually kind of glad it doesn't, because the font and stuff that they used for that I thought was really cheesy on the original ones. But this looks great, and I will put it here next to my. We'll bring the competition in and we'll see how much of a difference size-wise. Hopefully it doesn't tip over my table. Let's zoom out a little bit here. So it is a pretty large. The Testarossa is a little bit bigger, obviously lengthwise as well. This is the competition evolution. If you're not familiar, this is was supposed to be a 1,000 to 1,100 horsepower car, and I do have a review, I believe, of this one elsewhere. But this is wicked too, how wide and that one is. Now we have a prancing horse logo here on the back, but really for the most part, Koenig always stripped off all the Ferrari logos. But it's a pretty good difference width-wise. But I think this is fairly tasteful. Hair likes to stick to this because of the static, but I think the F48 is fairly tastefully done. I mean, there's a lot of people that rip on these, but I mean, you gotta remember this was the late 80s, early 90s, and Koenig was definitely, I think, one of the better ones out there, tuners that were taking these cars and just going crazy with them. If you had a lot of money, you definitely went to their shop to get some gaudy and outrageous things done to your vehicle. So let me we'll get rid of the Testarossa out of here. We'll move that out. I wish GT Spirit would actually sell the first Evolution style, or the first competition Testarossa, I think, is the best looking one, in my opinion. But they don't have that out. That is the 1991 Koenig Tuning Specials F48 Ferrari from GT Spirit in 1/18 scale. Hope you guys like that, and I will be back with more videos in the future. I haven't completely gone away, so I will see you guys later. I'll see you guys soon. All right, have a good holiday. Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy New Year. Bye now. You want to say Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas.
It's very nice of you.